Why do you sleep for 8 hours and still wake up exhausted? Why does your brain feel wired the second your head hits the pillow? How can your body be asleep, but your mind still feel trapped, scared, or half awake? Sleep problems are not all the same problem. Some come from your timing system, some come from breathing, some come from movement, fear, stress, or the brain mixing sleep and wakefulness at the wrong moment. That is why just sleep more does not fix everything. A person can be in bed all night and still get broken, shallow, low-quality sleep. And later, one problem called sleep paralysis will show exactly how terrifying that mismatch can feel. Start with the classic one. Insomnia. Insomnia is when sleep becomes something you chase instead of something that happens. You lie down tired, but your brain refuses to power down. Thoughts keep opening like tabs in a browser. One worry becomes five. Five becomes a full courtroom in your head at 2 a.m. Sometimes you fall asleep fine, then wake up at 3 and cannot get back. The mechanism is usually a broken relationship between tiredness and arousal. Your body wants rest, but your nervous system stays alert, scanning, planning, rehearsing. The catch is that effort makes it worse. The harder you try to sleep, the more awake you feel. Insomnia turns bedtime into performance anxiety. You are not resting, you are auditioning for sleep. Then breathing gets involved. Sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is when breathing repeatedly stops or becomes blocked during sleep. The most common type happens when the upper airway collapses or narrows, so air cannot move normally. You may snore, gasp, choke, or briefly wake up without fully remembering it. From the outside, it can look like noisy sleep. Inside the body, it is more like repeated interruptions. Oxygen drops, the brain sounds an alarm, and sleep gets pulled out of deep stages again and again. That is why someone with sleep apnea can spend plenty of time in bed and still wake up wrecked. The catch is that the sleeper may not know it is happening. The person beside them notices the gasping first. Sleep apnea does not just steal sleep, it fragments the night into tiny emergencies. Now the clock goes sideways. Circadian rhythm disorder. Your circadian rhythm is the body's internal timing system. It tells you when to feel sleepy, when to feel alert, and how to line up with light, darkness, meals, work, and routine. A circadian rhythm disorder happens when that internal clock is out of sync with the world around you. Your alarm says morning, but your body thinks it is the middle of the night. Or your bed says sleep, but your brain thinks it is evening. This is why some people feel useless at 8 a.m. and suddenly alive at midnight. The problem is not always laziness. It can be timing. The catch is that society runs on clocks, not biology. If your rhythm is shifted, every normal schedule feels like jet lag without the vacation. And then the legs rebel. Restless leg syndrome. Restless leg syndrome is a sleep-related movement problem where you feel a strong urge to move your legs, usually when you are resting, often at night. It can feel like crawling, tingling, pulling, or an itch you cannot scratch from the outside. The strange part is that movement helps, at least temporarily. You stretch, walk around, shake your legs, and the feeling backs off. Then you lie down again, and it returns. The mechanism is not just being fidgety, it is the body creating discomfort, right when stillness is required. The catch is that sleep needs surrender, and restless legs keeps demanding action. Your brain says, relax. Your legs say, absolutely not. Now sleep attacks the day. Narcolepsy. Narcolepsy is a neurological sleep disorder where the brain has trouble controlling sleep-wake cycles. Instead of sleep staying neatly at night and wakefulness staying neatly in the day, the boundary becomes unstable. A person may feel overwhelming daytime sleepiness, even during normal activities. They may suddenly fall asleep or feel like alertness drains out of them with no warning. Some people also experience cataplexy, where strong emotion triggers sudden muscle weakness. The scary part is not just being tired, it is the loss of control. Your body can pull you towards sleep while life is still happening around you. Narcolepsy turns wakefulness into something you cannot fully trust. Here's where fear enters. Nightmares. Nightmares are disturbing dreams that wake you up feeling scared, stressed, or shaken. Everyone can have them sometimes, especially during stress, illness, or after intense emotional experiences. But when nightmares repeat often, sleep stops feeling safe. The mechanism is emotional memory running through dream machinery. Your brain builds a threat simulation, and your body reacts as if the danger is real. Your heart races. You wake up tense. You may avoid going back to sleep because you do not want the dream to continue. The catch is that fear of nightmares can create more sleep loss, and sleep loss can make emotional regulation worse. Nightmares are not just bad dreams. They can turn bedtime into a place your brain does not want to enter. But some fear has no story. Sleep terrors. Sleep terrors are different from nightmares. A nightmare is usually a scary dream you remember. A sleep terror often happens from deep sleep, and the person may scream, sit up, look terrified, or move around without being fully awake. They may not remember much afterward. From the outside, it looks dramatic. For the person experiencing it, consciousness is not fully online. The brain is stuck between deep sleep and alarm. That is what makes it so confusing for families or partners. You try to comfort someone, but they are not awake enough to understand you. The catch is that sleep terrors can be more disturbing to witness than to remember. The body panics before the mind has even arrived. Then sleep starts walking. Sleepwalking. Sleepwalking happens when part of the brain wakes enough to move, but not enough to think clearly. A person may sit up, walk around, open doors, move objects, or do simple actions while still mostly asleep. It is not like a cartoon zombie with arms stretched out. It can look surprisingly normal, which makes it dangerous. The mechanism is another mixed state, where motor systems turn on while awareness stays dim. The person is not making normal choices. They are running on partial autopilot. The catch is that the environment suddenly matters. Stairs, doors, sharp objects, or leaving the house can turn a strange sleep event into a real safety problem. Sleepwalking shows that the sleeping brain is not always still. Now comes the terrifying freeze. Sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis happens when your mind wakes up before your body fully exits REM sleep. During REM, the body normally reduces muscle movement so you do not act out dreams. But if awareness returns while that muscle lock is still active, you can feel awake and unable to move. That alone is scary. Then the brain may add dreamlike fear, pressure, shadows, or the feeling of a presence in the room. It can feel supernatural, but the mechanism is biological. Wakefulness and REM sleep overlapping at the wrong time. The catch is how real it feels. You know your room, you know your bed, but your body will not respond. Sleep paralysis is your brain opening its eyes before the rest of the system has unlocked. Then REM loses its brakes. REM sleep behavior disorder. In normal REM sleep, vivid dreaming is paired with muscle paralysis. REM sleep behavior disorder happens when that paralysis does not work properly. So a person may physically act out dreams. They might talk, shout, punch, kick, jump, or move, as if the dream is happening in the room. This is different from ordinary tossing and turning. The dream world leaks into the body. The danger is obvious. The person or their bed partner can get hurt. The catch is that the sleeper usually is not choosing the action. They may wake up confused, remembering a dream, but not realizing their body performed it. REM sleep behavior disorder turns dreams from private movies into physical events. Now, the problem is too much sleepiness. Hypersomnia. Hypersomnia means excessive sleepiness that does not match the situation. A person may sleep long hours, nap repeatedly, or still feel heavy and foggy during the day. It is not the same as being a little tired after staying up late. It is sleepiness that interferes with normal life. The mechanism can vary. Sometimes sleep is too short. Sometimes sleep is poor quality. Sometimes another disorder keeps interrupting the night. And sometimes the brain's alertness system is not working normally. The catch is that people often judge it morally. They call it laziness, lack of discipline, or bad attitude. But real excessive sleepiness is not a character flaw. It is a signal that wakefulness is not being properly restored. Finally, the quiet destroyer. Fragmented sleep. Fragmented sleep is when your sleep keeps breaking apart, even if you do not fully wake up. You may shift, stir, briefly surface, or move between lighter sleep stages all night. By morning, you technically slept, but it feels like your battery never charged. This can come from noise, stress, pain, breathing problems, movement problems, temperature, alcohol, inconsistent schedules, or other sleep disorders. The mechanism is simple. Sleep works best when the brain can move through cycles smoothly. When those cycles keep getting interrupted, the night loses its structure. The catch is that fragmented sleep is easy to miss. You remember going to bed, you remember waking up. The damage happened in between. That is why the real question is not just, how many hours did I sleep? It is, what kind of sleep did I actually get? And that is the core of sleep problems. They are not one big category called tired. They are failures of timing, breathing, movement, fear, paralysis, dreaming, alertness, and sleep quality. Good sleep is not just being unconscious for long enough. It is your brain and body moving through the night in the right order, without alarms, glitches, or interruptions pulling the system apart. The important thing to remember is that bad sleep is information. It is not proof that you are weak, lazy, dramatic, or broken. Your body might be telling you that your schedule is off, your stress is too high, your breathing is being interrupted, your legs are keeping you alert, or your brain is mixing sleep and wakefulness in the wrong order. Most people talk about sleep like it is one simple switch. You turn it off at night, turn it on in the morning, and hope for the best. But sleep is more like a whole control room. Timing, breathing, movement, temperature, light, stress, and brain chemistry all have to cooperate. When one part glitches, the whole night can feel wrong. So instead of only asking, "Did I sleep enough?" ask better questions. Did I wake up gasping? Did I feel scared to sleep? Did I move all night? Did I wake up unrefreshed even after a full night in bed? Patterns matter. And if a sleep problem keeps affecting your day, it is worth taking seriously and talking to a qualified healthcare professional. If this helped make sleep feel less mysterious, subscribe and comment what everyday body or brain problem you want explained next.